What if your thermostat was also a smart home hub, a presence sensor, and the first device to ever support Apple's brand new adaptive temperature feature? That would basically describe the new Aqara W200 thermostat. And in today's video, we're going to do a full installation, setup, and testing of the device. To find out more about this new thermostat, stick around for the rest of this video, and as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps recommend the channel. Full disclosure, this is not a sponsored video, but Aqara was gracious enough to send me this device free of charge for this review. No money exchanged hands, and they have not had any input into this video at all. As always, all the thoughts and opinions are my own. That said, this is Aqara's first thermostat designed specifically for North America, which launched in April 2026. I've been living with it for several weeks now, and I want to share that experience with you. In the box, you get the W200 thermostat itself, the wall plate, a trim kit, wire labels, and mounting hardware. They don't include a C-wire adapter in the box, so if you need one of those, you'll have to purchase one directly from Aqara. The device itself looks really premium. It has a 4-inch full-color touchscreen with a curved glass. The display is bright, crisp, and easy to read. Before you touch a single wire, there's a couple things you need to do. First, always kill the circuit breaker anytime you're working on power, so find the HVAC breaker in your panel and flip it off. Second, take a photo of your existing wiring before removing anything. You'll thank yourself later on if you need to refer to it. Looking at your old thermostat setup, you can see that each wire is labeled to a terminal, Y, G, W, R, and C, and so on. Your Aqara app will walk you through exactly which wires go where on the W200 during the setup, but that photo that you took is your insurance policy, and most of the time actually makes the hookup a lot easier. In my particular case, the wiring was almost identical. It was just a matter of moving it from one to the other. Now for the trim kit. The W200 has a slightly smaller base plate than some of the old thermostats like the Nest, so if you're coming from one of those, there may be an unpainted wall visible around the edges. The included trim cover covers that gap, and it's a real thoughtful inclusion. If you don't have a C-wire, which is the common wire that provides stable power, you'll need the Aqara C-wire adapter that's sold separately. It's easy to install, but check your existing wiring first. Quick note, if you don't already have the Aqara app, go ahead and download it from your app store. Now that we have the hardware installed, let's go ahead and power up the device by plugging it in. You should see the W200 power up on screen. Once it does, it's going to prompt you to scan the barcode on the device so that you can begin the pairing process. Once you're inside the Aqara Home app, it'll automatically detect the W200 and walk you through the pairing process. Just tap on the W200 and it'll start the connection. Next, it's going to display the Wi-Fi network you're currently connected to. If that's the correct network, leave it as is and type the password. If you need to switch to a different network, hit the drop down and select the Wi-Fi you want to use, enter in your password. Next, you'll be prompted to select a hub. In my case, I have two Aqara M3 hubs, so I'll choose the one that's physically closest to the thermostat for the best signal. Select your hub and give the device an accessory name and assign it to a room in your home. Quick note, you can attach this device directly to your smart home through Matter, but you won't get all the options, so it's best to set it up from the Aqara app first. Hit Next and optionally change the card information on top, and once you've completed, the basics are now set. At this point, the app is going to scan and identify what's currently connected so that it can verify it. If things don't look right, then stop and get it corrected. Otherwise, it'll ask you a series of questions about your specific HVAC system, so go ahead and answer these questions for your specific configuration. Once you're complete, it walks you through setting up some of the default scenes, starting with the home scene. All you're doing here is setting up the default temps for both cooling and heating. Do this for the away, the wind down, and the sleep scenes, setting your comfort level for the heating and cooling. The app also gives you the option to set up smart schedules, which you can automatically adjust the temperatures throughout the day to save energy and reduce power consumption. I'm going to skip that setting for now, but the adaptive is definitely worth exploring if you want to optimize your energy usage. More on this later in the video. Here on the main screen, you have several ways to control the thermostat directly from the app. You can adjust the operating mode from cool, heat, auto, or off. You can also use the plus and minus buttons to set the temperature of your liking, or use the temperature ring by just moving it up and down with your finger. You can also change the fan speed mode should you want to run it manually. There's also runtime information and linked devices such as other temperature sensors, which you can enable to get temperature readings from a different room. Tapping on the triple dots, let's take a quick look at the thermostat options and settings. From here, you have access to thermostat settings, preset modes, smart schedules, schedule management, set data source. This is where you can actually set a different sensor somewhere else in the house that you can get the temperature readings from, and you can even attach it to a separate scene. For example, if you want to attach a sensor that's in your bedroom to the sleep scene, it will get the temperature from there. You have the option to sync your home location. You have your third-party ecosystems where you can pair the W200 with Apple Home, Google Home, Amazon Alexa, or any other Matter ecosystem. The W200 also functions as an Aqara hub, so you can pair and manage other Aqara accessories directly through it. In my case, I paired the FP300 presence sensor to the thermostat as they were both sitting in the hallway, and I ended up using the FP300 instead of the built-in presence sensor as based on the direction that it was facing. Before you go any further, let's do a quick firmware update because this is important as it adds new functionality and features as well as bug fixes. Tap into the settings and check the firmware version. In my case, there was an update available, so we're going to go ahead and get that updated. And once the update finishes, tap Done. Now let's connect the W200 to a third-party ecosystem, which in my case is HomeKit. We'll go ahead and tap on third-party ecosystem, select the platform that you're using, and hit Connect. It'll ask you for a location in Apple Home. Once that's done, the W200 will appear directly in your Apple home screen, and you'll be able to control it from either the Aqara Home app or natively through Apple Home. One key feature of the W200 is its support for adaptive temperature, which integrates deeply into the Apple Home ecosystem. Instead of traditional scheduling, the W200 uses your iPhone's location and activity states, such as home, away, extended away, to automatically adjust your home's climate. It even begins cooling and heating proactively before you even arrive. In addition, there is support for clean energy guidance, which also integrates with your Apple Home to intelligently optimize your energy consumption during low peak and clean energy hours. This is a great idea, but you'll have to experiment with it to see if it's a good fit for your use case, as it largely depends on your area. For me, the adaptive temperature fits much better in the way that I want to use the thermostat. There's also a built-in millimeter wave detector that detects presence within a 3-meter range and 120-degree field of view, not just motion. Out of the box, detection sensitivity may need a bit of adjustment depending on your installation location, especially if you approach it from an angle rather than head-on. That's adjustable in the Aqara app. In my case, it's a narrow hallway, but if yours is positioned in a room, you'll have much better result with the sensor. I already have several Aqara FP300 presence sensors, and one of them is already facing down the hallway, which works out better for me, so I'm using that instead of the built-in presence sensor. So is the Aqara Thermostat Hub W200 worth it? For most people, absolutely. It's attractively designed, it's genuinely easy to install, and the combination of Matter, built-in Zigbee, and Thread support, as well as first-in-class Apple adaptive temperature integration, makes it one of the most capable smart thermostats out there right now. Apple Home users in particular are going to love this thing. Finally, there's a thermostat that works beautifully inside the Apple Home app with real scheduling intelligence. Couple of caveats though, if you need detailed runtime history like Ecobee provides, or simultaneous multi-sensor temperature averaging, or you have a cool climate heat pump, do your homework first. But as the first North American thermostat from Aqara, it's a great start and it'll only get better with future updates. If you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe button as it really helps support the channel. I've got more smart home reviews coming up. Drop your questions in the comments, especially if you're coming from an Ecobee or Nest and want to know more about the migration. Links to the W200 and the optional C-Wire are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.